We're live. Hello. I'm so excited. It's already the end of the month again. Can you believe it?
Oh, wow. The end of the month, I was just like, when I was filming all my TBR stuff, I was like, okay, I still have 5 days left to get everything done. That's plenty of time. And now the end of the month's here, and I'm like, where'd my 5 days go?
Yeah. 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 I know what you mean. For some reason, I'm having difficulties getting the timer up again. I've had the same thing happen on Sunday where I needed to set the timer and open the window a couple of times before I could share it. So if I'm distracted doing stuff, I've been trying to figure that out for the past few minutes, and I'm still trying to figure it out.
Here, I can share mine if you like.
I got it. It's here.
Okay.
It's here.
Okay,
It's
I
here.
can take mine
All right.
off then.
So, hello to everyone coming in. We are doing our end of the month reading sprints. For those of you who don't know how it works, we're going to put a timer on the screen and we'll be reading silently each our own book while the timer is going, and then we come back and chat. And Melanie, we need to do reading, not chatting today. Like, seriously. This right here is my last book on my TBR.
Oh,
This is book 25.
nice. I'm doing so I'm trying to get 20 books, but I'm like 2 away. So instead of working on my bigger book, I'm working on these 2 graphic novels. So I can hit that 20, and then if I have time, then I'll work on my other bigger book.
Well, I just need to celebrate that my shelf, like this shelf right here, has never been empty before. Like, ever.
Congratulations.
So I'm like, oh my gosh, but I haven't started this yet. So that's like 400 and something pages. So I'm not going to be able to finish it quickly. But I can't go to sleep before I finish this. So I need to crush it. So yeah, lots of reading today, not a lot of chatting. So you're reading the 2 graphic novels in
Yes,
our
I am
sprint?
reading The Sandman Overture by Neil Gaiman. I'm just getting started, so there's no page numbers on this book, so I'm just like, this is where I'm at. It's very weird so far. It's only a few pages in. It's very, very weird. This is, as I was saying before we went live, this is sort of my last attempt at Neil Gaiman. The first thing I read from him was 3 stars. The second thing I read, I got a third of the way through and I DNF'd it and gave it 1 star. So this is my last attempt at Neil Gaiman. And then the other book that I have here is Fangs by Sarah Anderson. And this is a love story between a vampire and a werewolf. And it just sounds really cute. And it's got like these sprayed edges and it's a hardback and it just looks so adorable. And I'm excited to read this one. So I'm hoping this will be quick. And then my book here, I've got the cover here. My bigger book, right? Not really big, but I'm reading The Never List by Kothi Zan. And this is like an adult thriller, I guess. And yeah, mystery / thriller. And I'm really enjoying it so far. So at least I have this one. It's a good one. The last one I read was just okay.
So I'm wondering what everybody else in the chat is reading today, if they are reading anything. I already held it up. I am starting The Bands of Mourning, and I'm gonna pull an all-nighter until it's done, because my rule is the day hasn't finished before I go to sleep. So I'm not gonna sleep before I finish this, because that means I have actually, since I started my booktube channel for the first time, completed my TBR. Because for those of you who know me, my TBR is set so ambitiously it's not meant to be completed. So I don't know what happened this month.
You should send me the link the YouTube link for this video, and I will share it so that I can share it on my Twitter and stuff. Let's see. Lucy wants to know what time it is where you are, or where we are.
9 p.m. for me.
And it's 3 p.m. for me.
Hi, Canadian Dragon. Good to see you again. Hi, Clint. Technically still at work for another 2 hours, but figured I'd put you ladies on in the background. That's the spirit. Melanie, did you share with Clint the newsletter find what I found in the newsletter?
Oh, yes, I did. I shared it with him and Kaylani. They thought that was really cool, and Clint got super, super excited from that. So that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, I use the Bookly app like religiously, and I get the newsletter, and every month there is this little newsletter saying, hey, this is coming up next month, and here's some cool reads. And this month, the email also was linking to some readathons. Actually, 4 different readathons: the sequel September mini-a-thon, queer lit readathon, and the readathon that Kaylani, Clint, and Melanie are hosting. And the link goes to Clint's video, and I just thought that was so cool because it's an amazing readathon. So you fully deserve the attention.
Oh, thank you. We're very, very happy with our readathon. I mean, we've been doing it for 4 years now. This is the 4th fall in a reading-a-thon we've done, which is just wild. I actually had to I wrote it somebody else, because last year somebody created a fall into reading challenge, and last year I commented to him, just so you know, we have a fall into reading-a-thon that we've been doing. At that point, that was the 3rd year. And this year they just posted, or a couple weeks ago, they posted their fall into reading challenge for 2021. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's with this type of verbiage, I feel like it's bound to happen that more people have the same idea. When you know that's when you're being told that something already exists with the same name, you can at least acknowledge it and maybe work with the people, or say, hey, I still kind of want to do it because I like my idea. Can we somehow like make sure, like I'll mention you and make sure that people know it's not the same thing or something. I mean, you can work around it, right? But completely ignoring it is
yeah. I mean, theirs is like the entirety of fall, but still, ours is here first.
Yeah, I mean,
but I know we've experienced the same kind of thing before, where we had a readathon. Like the first time we did our summer readathon, it was going to be a different name, but it was actually going to be Summerathon. And then just days before ours announced, like our videos posted, other people posted a readathon for Summerathon. And so we actually had to go and change all our stuff to be summertime reads, because we couldn't take somebody else's name. They had already created that. And
I mean, with 2 readathons, that's tough. But with readalongs that are not happening at the same time, and if it's different formats, I think it's not as bad. And as I said, some of these things, it's bound to happen that you have the same idea. I think it actually gets worse when people are getting mad about other people having a similar channel name, when it's something like XX Book World, XX Reading Corner. And like, everybody uses this. Don't get mad. You're probably not the first. You're probably not the last. If you use this type of YouTube name with your name, and then this like combination, it's bound to happen that other people are using it as well. Like you can have a patent pending on that name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, though I don't know for me, and I know for like Clint and Kaylani, we like when we kept created these, we checked to make sure that we're not like trying to take anybody else's name or anything like that.
Right.
And so
Yeah.
didn't. And even with, like I said, that first summertime reads we did, originally it was going to be Summerathon, but we changed it because somebody else did that. And so if somebody else had a summertime reads challenge when we created that, we would have not chosen summertime reads.
Yeah.
We would have come up with something else.
I get it. But, yeah. No, I fully understand that. We did the same when we created the Wheel of Time read along, but honestly, it felt impossible to come up with a new name because there have been a couple of read alongs for the Wheel of Time, and it felt like everything had already been used. And then the only thing that hasn't been used was used by somebody in a wheelchair, like wheel along. And we're like, okay, no, we can't go there either. So it's kind of hard to see what we can.
I think with like a read along, when you're reading a particular series, it's kind of like if somebody were doing an ACOTAR readathon, or not readathon, read along, I would expect to see multiple throughout the years ACOTAR read alongs, just because it's saying this is the series we're reading, and you don't really have to come up with a unique name for that because it is,
Yeah.
And also people, when they do those, it's like a one-time thing.
That's true. Yeah.
They're not repeating it over and over again. So if somebody says, oh, I'm doing the ACOTAR read along, or I'm doing the Wheel of Time read along, they know who you're referring to because you're probably the only one currently doing it right then. So
yeah. I'm really excited you're doing sprints again. Love coming to these. Well, we love having you. Thank you for being here, Lucy. Love these sprints. We love having you here. Thank you for cheering me on. And by the way, I did read 4 graphic novels as well, and I did not count them to my 25 because they were not my original TBR. So I don't know what happened this month. Because yes, 25 books is a lot. It's too much for me. So we already answered that. Hi, Jocelyn. Good to see you. Heard such good things about Fangs. Yeah, I've seen it too in a bookstore and was close to picking it up. So I'm waiting for Melanie's thoughts. I want to read The Tempest today in preparation of a September sci-fi read that references it. Nice. Reading for the Wolf. I haven't heard of this.
That is a retelling. I believe it's a Red Riding Hood retelling, I believe.
Reading Year 1 by Nora Roberts. I hope you enjoy that. Finishing The Ones We're Meant to Find. I hope you found the meaning and everything in this book because I know you were struggling on Sunday. I've got an hour left and my TBR will be finished. Yes. I'd like to finish my reread of The Raven King, but it's not on my TBR. Well, you have a day. Yep.
That's in reference to telling him about the Bookly thing.
Love it. I really liked Year 1. Yeah. I love that you're enjoying it so far. I downloaded the app to try it out. Oh, see, now this is a dual purpose kind of thing. Now the person sending out the newsletter has a new person using the app. I love it. I've been using it since I started Booktube, and I love it. I love tracking my books that way. Hi, Hermione Forever. Good to see you. Use Bookly all the time. It's worth a download. Yep. Hi, Eric. I'm working, but saw this and threw it onto chill. Nice. That's the spirit. I just came off work, so I feel everyone who's still at work. And we were so proud of our name for it as well. Fall into Reading-a-thon is our baby. I understand that. I
It's
do.
our very first one we did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was our original creation that started the whole thing. Was the very
Right,
first fall in a reading-a-thon.
right, right. Still reading Eye of the World. Well, you're making progress. Hi, Hope. Still at work, so transcribing an interview instead of reading. That sounds like not a lot of fun, but I hope the interview was fun. But I thought it would be encouraging to have these prints on in the background. I hope we can help. Going to be reading Certain Dark Things by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. Still reading Eye of the World too. I'm not going to get it done by the time the month is over, unfortunately. That's okay. You can still do it. As long as you enjoy it. I know it's so hard to get into when you're in diving into a new epic world for the first time. So take your time. What graphic novels did you read? I'm always looking for recommendations. So I read Villainous. I read White All Around. I read, what else did I read? I'll have to look it up because that's like weeks ago. It's like 15 books ago. I don't have that good of a memory.
The only one that I've read this month and really, really enjoyed was Check Please by Ngozi Ukazu. So freaking cute. Oh my goodness.
Um, so White All Around, I can definitely recommend. I love that. It's like historical fiction. Um, and it's about a woman who creates a school for Black girls in a pretty much white town, and people don't want her there and want her educating these Black kids. And it has a very unique graphic style, and I love that. And then I also read Haru's Curse and Villainous, and those were not my favorite. And I can't find the fourth, but I remember it wasn't my favorite either. So White All Around, I can definitely recommend. Just came in to say hi to you both. Hi! Sneaking on at work. You go be productive. I'm reading Build This Website, Do It Now by Eric. Well, you have fun at work, hopefully, somehow, a little. I'm still a little confused, but I know why. Okay. The transitions in the audiobook between the main characters are not good. Oh, okay. Get it. The interview was great. Listening to my own voice in the recording, not so much. I got used to it. Maybe I'm too narcissistic. I don't know that I get used to it because everybody is complaining about when they're editing, hearing themselves. Do you have that you like cringe when you're editing yourself? Because so many people are saying that, and I don't feel that. So I'm wondering if I might be too narcissistic to cringe.
Only when I sound stupid.
No, so maybe you can get used to it. So it's not narcissism; it's just getting used to it. Reading Six Crimson Cranes on a rainy day. Almost finished. Nice.
It's also a very rainy day here too.
Six Crimson Cranes is on my list now as well. We talked about it. I think was it last week? I'm at work, but I'm going to use these as productivity sprints. Yes, I love it. Heard a lot of good things about Check Please. We'll check it out. Doesn't bother me all when editing myself in videos, but audio is somehow worse. That's interesting. That's interesting. Good evening. Going to finish Throne of Glass tonight. Well, that sounds awesome. I would say we just dive in because
Yes.
I need to start. I have a lot to go through and not a lot of time. And Esme has around 100 pages left. I put it to 45 minutes again. I'm not even asking anymore because most people seem to always agree with 45 minutes. I'm happy to change it up at one point, but until I'm encouraged to change it up, I'm just going to keep it at 45. So let's just start it. Happy reading. See you in 45.
Happy reading, all.
And that is time, everyone. Welcome back. How did everyone do? How did you do, Mel?
Well, for the first 26 minutes, I was reading this, and I got like to maybe a quarter to a third of the way through it, and I've DNF'd it.
Too
I
weird.
don't like it at all. It's just so weird. It's too weird for me. It's way too weird for me. And I'm just not enjoying it. And it was just giving me a headache. So I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to keep making myself do it. I DNF'd it.
Proud
And
of you for
then I picked up Fangs. And it took me 12 minutes. Yeah, about 12 minutes to read the entirety of this. And I was dying.
12 minutes for the entire thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's 100 pages, but I mean, it's like,
Yeah,
that.
still, wow.
I was dying the whole time. I loved it so much. It is so good. And this is 5 stars. 5 stars.
Okay.
It's amazing. Okay. I love it.
But only 12 minutes. That is way too short.
It's so good though. Like, okay, so it's a love story between a vampire and a werewolf, and they meet in this bar called the Auditorium, like odd ODD auditorium, and they're talking and they're like, cats or dogs, and she's like, dogs for sure. And then she meets the werewolf guy, and she's like, so boy, what's your type? And he's like, oh, goth girls. And she's like, no, your blood type. And it's things like he talks to dogs. She makes this pro and con list: eat him or date him.
Okay, that sounds super cute. I love it.
There's one where she's like, in all my years, I really haven't slept with many people. I kind of have trust issues. And he's like, why is that? And she's like, my first gave me something incurable. He's like, oh. And she said, vampirism. And then there's another conversation. Did you ever date another werewolf? And he said, yes, cute girl, but could turn into a real bitch. And she's just like, clever. It's so funny. It's like they're gonna burn incense, so she sticks her finger where the sun's coming through the window, and her finger catches on fire, and she lights the incense with her fingertip. And like, people don't believe he has a girlfriend because they take selfies and she's invisible.
But the thing is, now I feel like you have told us the whole book, because
no. There's so much.
Minutes. It's like
there's so much.
Only 12 minutes. I need more of that.
Like, some of it is literally just pictures without the words, and so you just, yeah, it's very freaking adorable, and I love it. I highly recommend it.
Awesome. Well, let's see how everybody else did. I got to page 56. Technically now my timer says I read 56 pages in 45 minutes, but this is one of those books that only starts on page 15 or 16, so it's completely not 56 pages read, but a little around 40 pages I think I read, which is good, but lots to go. I'm enjoying it though. Where were we here? 6 Crimson Cranes was my favorite book of the month. I really need to get to it. Halfway, I would love to finish. Let's try and do that. Sneaking in a little late, just starting The Last Adventure of Napoleon Sunshine by Pascal Ruder. How do you enjoy it? Share with us. Hi, Storm Reads. Hi, Hugo. Just finished dinner. French fries, salad and chicken wings made with mustard, honey, sweet chili, and garlic powder in the oven. That sounds so delicious.
Einstein was chewing on the power cord for a laptop.
Ooh, that's not good.
Mm-mm.
Wish I could do this sprint, but I'm getting off work. Then I have to go adult. Ugh, I feel you. And Andrew's sprints, like some of the sprints that I've seen posted, they're like at 1 a.m. my time. I wish I could do them, but I can't. Just joined. I'm reading Paper Towns. I hope you enjoy it. That's somewhere on my shelf as well, waiting to be read at one point. And just finished dinner. Now I'm here. Take Quentin.
Okay.
If you had dinner, tell us what you had. 52 pages. Wow, Elizabeth, you are crushing it. Only got here 10 minutes ago, so didn't get much reading done yet. How are you two doing? I'm doing well. How are you, Melanie?
I'm doing good, though I'm having to keep an eye on this little guy over here, make sure he doesn't start chewing on the cord again.
It's not so little anymore, is he?
No, he's not. Oh my goodness. Did you see my Instagram story I posted yesterday?
I was like,
He's so freaking cute. He is a handful, though. And it was funny because, like, I called him and he came running and he literally ran nose first into my phone.
It was totally cute. But when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, that dog has grown so much.
He's like 40 pounds approximately. Yeah, he's gotten to be a big boy.
And he's still growing.
Mm-hmm. And eating something else now. Hold on.
So, Hannah's continuing to read Jane Eyre. Well, good luck with that. Hi, just sneaking in to say hi. Good to see you. Hope you're doing good. I did pretty good. 56 pages. Another one with over 50 pages. And another one with 56 pages. What are you doing? How are you crushing it that much? I am so amazed.
I mean, I read over 100.
Yeah, that doesn't count. I read the first chunk of The Tempest. Hard to say how many pages because I'm reading footnotes, etc. in between and also listening along to an audiobook of it. Yeah, I get it. But I hope you get through it okay. Transcribed 10 out of 15 minutes of my interview. Well, you're almost done then. Do you have to work after that, or can you sneak in a little bit of reading? Got cut off there. Read 56 pages. Next sprint, I'll finish the book. Yes, I love when we finish books in sprints. It's one of my favorite things of the week.
Yeah, I'm happy. I finished those 2 graphic novels, and now I just have to work on the Never list, which I'm 60, like on page 63, and it's not a super long book. It's like 303 pages, so I probably won't finish this during the sprints, but I'll definitely put a nice dent in it.
That's good. Well, I hope I'm putting making a nice dent into this one because, as I said, I can't go to sleep before I finish this, and I'm only like.
I'm hoping I can finish this before I have to go to sleep.
I just sneezed an atomic sneeze while leaving a voicemail on someone's phone. I love that. Is it 4 p.m. yet? Oh, I love it. Oh, I need to charge my watch. Watched your magical readathon TBR video and read 10 pages of Eye of the World. I think that's perfect. Like, go watch a video and then read. That's good use of a sprint, I think.
Whose magical readathon TBR video did you watch? Is yours at CC?
Yeah, I just put mine up like half an hour before the live, so I was assuming she meant that because it just went up.
I put mine up earlier today too.
I didn't see that yet. Why haven't I gotten a notification that you put yours up?
I don't know.
That is suspicious.
It's my wheel and Becca's Bookopoly-thon and Fall on a Reading-a-thon and Magical Readathon.
Yeah, there's so much in September, but I'm really looking forward to it because I feel like I can make all of the readathons work with the same books. The only thing that I'm probably not going to get to is the group book for yours. I couldn't make that fit, and it wasn't screaming to me in a way that I needed to make it fit somehow. But I'm going to be able to do all the other prompts. So I'm going to do like a buddy read instead. Reading The Dover Demon by Hunter Shea came into the reading sprint late, but got around 6% or so. Nice. I'm at 89%, so close to being done. So that's like 2 sprints, one depending on when you came in. That's good. We're going to finish that. 50 pages of 6 Crimson Cranes, so close to the end. How are you all reading so much? I am really like enthusiastic about how much you are all reading. I'm on page 156, and the story is really beginning now, I think, because they just left their village. Yeah, I really enjoyed so far. Can't wait what will happen on their journey. Yeah, I totally relate. I think it's so slow to get into it, but once you have to get over that like barrier of understanding the world, understanding the characters, and really understanding what's going on. And then once you're in it, I feel like it's amazing. That's my experience with it. I think for me, the first point where I felt like I was in the story was when Rand and Tam went back to their home. It's within the first 150 pages before they leave the village. That was the first time when I felt like now I'm in it. And then again, I had a little bit of a low point then back in the village, and then I really was in it at some point after they left the village, like very soon to where you're at. Maybe now you just turn the page and then you can't put it down. Didn't get much reading done since I'm annotating the book I'm reading, and I don't really enjoy the book, but I'm finally nearly finished. I'm reading The Time Traveler's Wife. Oh, I'm sorry you don't enjoy it.
Why are you annotating it if you don't like it? Or are you annotating the things you don't like about it?
Yeah, share why you're annotating. Vegas samosas with homemade tomato chutney and a yogurt dip. It was pretty good, but now I'm in a food coma. Yeah. Sounds yummy. Reading The Book of Lost Things by John Connolly. Hope you enjoy it. Vegan samosas. It was like Vegas samosas. Okay, but vegan samosas, yeah. That makes a lot more sense. And food coma, yeah. The fact that I can't type anymore proves my point. That is kind of true. I'm definitely going to sneak in some reading after work, trying to finish the Final Girl support group today. I don't think I've heard of that. Have you heard of that, Melanie?
Mm-hmm. It's by Grady Hendrix. The one that wrote My Best Friend's Exorcism and the Southern Girl's Guide to Vampire something.
Mm-hmm.
Or the Southern Book Club's Guide to Vampires or something like that.
Yeah. Watch CCR video. I'll watch the other one as well. I love to watch all TBR videos. They make me want to read all the books. Oh, same girl.
Yeah. Mine has all the books. All the books. I'm reading a lot.
Yeah, you combined all your TBR videos into one, yes?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you already have like 3 TBR game videos every month, right? It's like, is it 3? Have I read it?
Have I read it? Which people vote on like what I should read from that, and then I have the one game, my Cards Against my TBR, and then I have my Wheel of TBR. But with my Wheel of TBR, I did the Bookopoly and then my wheel. So I did less on my wheel than I normally would do. Normally I'd do 6 spins, but this time I was like, okay, I'm going to do 4 rolls on Bookopoly and 4 spins on my wheel. And then after I did all of that, then I figured out what my TBR was for the Magical Readathon and for Fall into Reading-a-thon. Plus added in my stuff from Cards Against my TBR and my buddy reads and all that. It added up to a lot of books.
Yeah, I think I have 25 books on my plan for September again. I usually have around 25 books on my TBR, and I read between like 10 and 20. 20 is a lot for me, so that I'm actually getting to like 25 right now is mind-boggling.
Mine is pretty close to what my normal TBR is, just ridiculously large. And at this point, I can say I have read 20 books in August. Now I'm just working on number 21.
It's been so great. I don't think I'm far enough into my book to really have a good feeling for it yet. That's fair. Read The Time Traveler's Wife years ago. I can see why you wouldn't like it. And Katharina started annotating before realizing that I don't like it. I like the annotating process though, so that's basically the only reason I'm getting through the book. Oh, I would have DNF'd it, I think.
Yeah, I think at the point that I realized I didn't like it, I would stop annotating and quit the book.
Yeah.
I would annotate one last thing going, I don't like this book. Yeah. Stick it in there.
Unless there's a different reason for me to get through it. We'll definitely be reading when I get off work. I need to finish Arc Enemies. Ooh, I hope you enjoy it. I just finished Supernova. That's like the third book, and so Arc Enemies is the second book, and I just finished the third book, and I loved the conclusion of the trilogy. So I hope you enjoy it. Jocelyn watched Mel's recent video and worked on my September TBR. I'm going to try to finish that book during the next sprint. That sounds good. How do you read that much? I have no idea how it happened. I usually read between 10 and 20 books, but that also means I pretty much have no other life.
Like, I feel you. That's me a lot. I already forgot how many I read last month. I 19 or 26, or maybe it was the other way around. One month I read 19, the month before I read 26 or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I do that, I have no life.
I mean, I went and did a cooking class this Saturday. But I usually get between 4 to 6 hours reading done every day. I read while I hike. I read while I drive. And I usually read an hour in the morning. So I'm in a lucky position where I don't have to get up with an alarm clock because my work day starts very, very late. So my first meetings are usually around sometime like 4 p.m. So it doesn't really matter if I turn up to work at 11 a.m. or noon or 1 p.m. So I have the luxury to not fall asleep with an alarm clock. And when I start to wake up, I turn on an audiobook for an hour before I then really get up. And it feels like Sunday every single day that way.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, my sleep has been getting so much better since I didn't have to get up with an alarm clock. Obviously, it means I can't stay up all night, because if I do stay up all night, I then do have to go and turn on an alarm. But if I don't, then yeah. So that is already an hour reading in the morning by listening to an audiobook. And then sometime during the day, working from home means when I take my lunch break, I read for half an hour. And then a couple of hours in the evening while I go for a walk or a hike like on weekends. When I drive to see my friends, I usually drive like an hour into the city. So I have an hour drive to and from. That's 2 hours reading. So I think, yeah, that's how it adds up. But I usually prioritize reading over other hobbies or socializing.
Yeah, I like almost never watch TV and stuff like that anymore because I'm trying to finish my TBR.
I'm hoping I finish The Last Adventure by Napoleon sometime tonight. It would be my 30th book of August. That is insane. That means a book a day. I mean, I had a couple of shorter books on my TBR this month, but I had some really chunks, like some really big chunkers. So I think it kind of, it's like I read 10,000 pages and I did not count my graphic novels in it. So Um, yeah, 30 books. Unless it's all like 100-page books, that's insane.
Ones
Loving.
that you can read in 12 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Can't wait to see how it all turns out. I love it. I kind of now want you to already dive into the third one and just know what you feel about the conclusion, to be honest.
He's planning on reading the third one next month or for September. So
I'm pumped for that. I also have a big TBR of 16 books, 2 manga, and 1 graphic novel. Nice. And honestly, I think for everyone, a big TBR is different. Like if you only read like 2 to 3 books a month, which is still 2 to 3 books that are being read, a TBR with 5 books is huge. So every time the TBR is more than what you read on average, that's a huge TBR. So yeah. Not judging. Everybody reads how much they want and can read, and as long as it's fun. That may be what I do with the audiobooks I have for September. I don't know if you've seen my TBR. It's nuts. I have not yet seen it. I'll take a look after I finish this book, because right now this book has priority. I haven't been watching BookTube in 2 to 3 days. And I just quickly edited my video that went up today because I need to prioritize reading over watching BookTube to actually crush my TBR. I usually don't mind as much, but I really this is like a solar eclipse kind of deal that this happens. So more than 6 for me is a lot. I read average 5 per month. The only month I read 8 for a project of mine, I went crazy after it. Then stick to 6, please, or 5. Don't go crazy. Next month's TBR is 8 books, which is more than my average, and it includes some chunkers. Ooh, I wish you luck. Trying to catch up still. 34 videos to go. Oh dear. Yeah, I don't even want to know how many videos I have in my inbox. 14 books for my set TBR video, and I've since added 2 others. Oh dear. Oh dear. I normally read around 4 books a month. My TBR for September is 6 books. Good challenge. I am wishing you luck on that, and I think it's doable to push yourself a little bit, but don't push yourself too hard. It still needs to be fun. I'm honestly tempted to just get a ton of Pixie comics. How long do they take? Like 2 minutes to read? Because that's the only way I'm ever going to read more than 15 books in a month, and 15 already is unlikely. Well, you don't need to. Nobody needs to read like 15 books.
unless you're me and you want some semblance of being able to one day read all the books you own.
You will never, ever read all the books you own if you continue purchasing books, girl.
If I purchased less than I read, maybe. Last month, oh my goodness, August, I bought like so few books. I'm so proud of myself. My haul is going to be just like, yeah, it's like this.
Yeah, I'm planning on starting a series on my channel that is similar to what somebody else does. Her channel name is Drinking by My Shelf, and she does something that's called Balancing the Books, but I'm only doing it for physical books. So I'm balancing, did I finish reading and unhaul more physical books than I had coming in? Because I want to focus on reducing my physical books. I don't care if my ebooks stay unread or my audiobooks, because they're not taking up space and I can take them with me when I'm in my car. So I need to reduce my physical books. So I'm going to do that. And I'm starting to look for challenges I have to do for each book that I go into the negative. I feel and respect all of you who are reading 20 plus books. I'm lucky if I read 4 in a month, and my September TBR has 6. 2 of them are super chunky epic fantasy, which is a bit. Girl, that's okay. nobody needs to read 20 books, not even Melanie. Like, you want to, but you don't need to.
True.
And as long as you're enjoying the 4 books, that's
Hmm.
honestly sometimes when I'm getting to like my 20 books, I feel like that I'm not enjoying every book as much as I could. So when I realize that I'm getting into the really like routine of reading a lot and quickly, I pace myself to make sure that I'm still enjoying myself. And it's not just about crushing the numbers. Right now, it's a little bit about crushing the numbers, but luckily, I have chosen a book to be the last book that I'm really enjoying and that I knew that I would enjoy. But I think that this could have become crushing the numbers. So, but I have to say, I had the 3 last books that I had, I considered DNFing one because so before finishing the last 3, I was like, okay, the second to last book is one that I have started 4 or 5 times and I'm not getting into it. I'm giving it one last shot, but I'm giving it a real shot, but I will consider DNFing it. So in my mind, I had already DNF'd it to make time, to make time so I have enough time to finish. But I sat down and this morning before I got up, I finished the book. I just listened to it on audiobook and I finished it and I did not DNF it. So I enjoyed it so much that I didn't do that. So I'm quite proud of myself that I'm still prioritizing enjoyment over numbers. Girl needs to go through her books. Yeah. Melanie will never ever go through all of her books. She has already too many and she's still buying. So I'm not even entertaining that thought. But I kind of
I'm
want
still entertaining that thought.
I kind of want to be able to say that I did it, even if it's just once. Okay, then go and get some Pixie comics and do it once. Or do it when you're like on holiday or something. Take a week or 2 that you actually dedicate to just reading, um, and list a couple of great books for this, and do it intentionally if you just want to have it done once, because it's possible if you don't have any other commitments that you have to do.
Yeah, schedule your time for sure. Like make sure you've got everything else done beforehand that you need to do, and you don't have anything scheduled for like a couple of days. That's how like when I get a huge amount read at a time, it's because I've done that. I've scheduled
Yeah.
out like these 2 days or 3 days or whatever. I'm focusing on getting as much read as I can.
I schedule my reading time in general. So I'm very like much into scheduling my time. At the beginning of the week, I know what like weekly chores I have to do. I schedule my work time, and I have like, for example, I have a block for half an hour twice a week where it just says water plants and do laundry. And I schedule these blocks on certain days. So this time is blocked out, and that helps me not to over commit to things. And I know that if I want to fit in, let's say, meeting my friends for a couple of hours, that I have to move something else. And I have a very clear understanding of what is humanly possible for me to commit to and do. And through doing that, I have then had the benefit of having scheduled reading time that I sometimes then use for something else. But it feels very relaxing to know, okay, now I have 2 hours where I do not have to think about any other chores or any other commitments because they have either been scheduled or been completed. So that's how what helped me do more reading. Just joined. I'm thinking about doing a TBR job with prompts. So if anyone has any ideas, that would be super helpful. Um, I can just tell you, go watch TBR games.
Yeah, I was gonna say you if you wanted, you could go to my Wheel of TBR. I have a Wheel of TBR playlist and see all the prompts. I have like I don't know over 50 prompts. I think that you could use.
I got 15 new cards that I haven't introduced yet. My friend draws them for me, and they're so stunning. So this is around the world book recommendations. I'm starting this series on my channel where um, I think I have 2 up at this point, or no, I only have 1 up for Rome, but 1 for Switzerland is coming. So whenever I travel to a certain location, I do these book recommendation videos. I have a Have I Read It card, where I look at what was on my TBR last year, from my Audible TBR, then a book with multiple point of views, from my Kindle TBR, a title with 3 or less words, the most recent buy. I love this. I saw this in a different, somebody else do this with a TBR game, Shuffle Music. So I go onto my music app, Shuffle Music, and the title that comes up, you have to find a book that reminds you of it somehow, or that you can somehow just make a connection with. I just thought the idea was cool. I have a wild card where I can read whatever I want. I have one friend picks a prompt, so I'm going to start collecting some friends picking a prompt for me. I have another joker, which is similar to the wild card, just something where I can do whatever I want. A paperback, a one-word title, a hardcover, and the oldest on my TBR. These are my new cards, and now you have like, what, 15 ideas. Not me reading this month 3.5 books and bought 8. Yep. I can relate to this, and I don't like that I can relate to it. Sorry I'm Late was in a movie. Ooh, what did you see, Rudy? That's why I made my TBR game. It's to make me read more of the books I own. Yep, I'm trying to fulfill all my prompts with books that I own too. You do that too, right? Fulfill your prompts with books that you own.
Me?
Hmm?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. unless it's something like Treat Your Shelf or like Scrib Today's Pick or something like that. If it's Scrib Today's Pick, it's just an audio book on Scrib, so I don't have to, purchase anything. But yeah, just use what I have because I have so many.
Yeah. I'm at 6 this month. 6 is great. I'm on a book buying ban now. I really want to read all the books I have. Good for you.
Not on a book buying ban, but I want to read all the books I have.
I read a lot of manga this month and 7 books, and I have a bad habit of starting new books. I have a bad habit of starting new series. That's my bad. Oh, wait. I've read 36 books in 1 month once. Wow. But 25 of them were all part of the same manga series. Okay, that's different. I don't count mangas in my count. I count them on Goodreads to my yearly goal, but I don't count them in my monthly. It was 24-hour readathon for manga. That's fair. I'm just bad with pressure when it comes to reading for pleasure. Whenever I start really planning, it becomes a chore, and my brain refuses to get into the right flow for reading. Just kills the fun. Yeah, I get that. People are different that way. I need the structure to clear my mind, because if I schedule reading time and I know that all my chores and everything else is scheduled, my mind is free because I can sit down and I don't think, oh, I might still have to do the dishwasher. Or sometimes when I'm doing something creative at work, I still can't focus because my mind already plans out something for work. But then I still have the flexibility to move around my scheduling blocks. So I would go in and take 1 hour of work time from the next day, move it to the time now, sit down, work for an hour, and move 1 hour of reading time to the next day. So I just shuffle it around. It just helps me clear my mind. But I totally understand that scheduling for other people is just pressure. I love shuffle music. This has been very helpful, and I'll definitely check out the Wheel of TBR videos. Yeah, I have my other prompts are that I haven't shown right now. You can see them in my Hokaduck TBR game that Melanie helped me come up with. So these are just the new cards that I haven't used yet. Your cards for your game are so pretty. I know, right? My friend drew them for me, and I love them. And I told her she should She should take pictures of it and sell them as like a downloadable thing on Etsy for like $1 or $2, and give me all the money because I pay her for doing the cards for me. But I think it would be so cool if you could have it like as a download, because I think they're really pretty. A Knight's Tale. Ooh, how did you enjoy the movie? Every time I'm in a reading slump, I find more joy in buying books. I feel that too. Um,
Mhm.
I've been in a reading slump all summer, so I've bought so many books. Well, I hope you're getting out of that slump now.
I
Oh,
have two hobbies that are related to books. One is reading books, and the other is buying books. It's its own hobby.
yeah, you're right. I mean, Mel is the best. She helped me come up with ideas for my Read the Rainbow as well. Yeah, she's so creative. She has like all these ideas. But we need to get some reading done because I need to get through this book. So
Yeah, we just totally spent the last 40 minutes chatting.
yeah, that's not okay. Let's read. All right. See you in 45. Happy reading.
Happy reading all.
And that is time, everyone. Welcome back. How did you do?
How many pages did I do? Like 27 pages. Yeah.
Well done. I did a whooping 53. I don't know how that happened, but starting to look a little bit better. I'm on page 109 now, and I have to get to 430. So still like a little over 300 pages to go, though. So
I'm on page 90 and have to get to 303. So almost a third of the way.
good, good. But do you need to finish it today? And also your day is still longer, so.
Yeah, I'm hoping to finish it today. But I think I can. I think I can.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can. Yeah. If it takes 45 minutes to read, let's say about 25 pages, how many more do I need? Let's see. How many did I say? 303? We'll just make it 305 to make it easy. Minus 90. So I have about 215. Divide that by 25. Oh gosh. About 8.5 more, 8.6 times 45 minutes.
Just freeze.
387 minutes.
There we go.
So about 6.5 hours. I'd have to do 6.5 hours of constant reading to finish this.
I'm good. I need 3 hours, 22 minutes, and 59 seconds. Another benefit of the app, I click continue reading when I start reading. I click stop. I always know how many pages I read when we're sprinting, and it calculates. I don't know if you can see it. It calculates how much longer I need.
So at the rate I'm going, 6.5 hours would put me finishing right at midnight.
Okay.
But I can't stay up that late because I have to get up with Xander tomorrow. So I might not finish tonight.
Or you need to read faster.
Yeah. As soon as we start the next sprint, I have to leave to go pick up the boy because I've been trying to get somebody to go and somebody to bring him home, but nobody's responded saying that they'll bring him home. So I'm going to have to go and pick him up. So, yeah, I was hoping somebody would do that so I didn't have to, but
somebody come and help Melody so she could continue reading. See, that's how you put more reading, and you ask other people to do your chores for you.
Well, he's at band practice right now, and I'm just trying to find one of his band people in drumline with him. If one of them will drive him home. Because I don't actually have an audiobook I'm working on right now, unless I start something from my September TBR.
Start one. Don't waste precious time that you could be reading.
Well, the school's only 7 minutes away, but
okay, yeah, you don't get into a new book in 7 minutes. So, but Clint says that because of your creativity, season-a-thons are the best. I need to run off for the night. Enjoy your reading sprints and books. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're gone by now, but still, bye-bye, and thank you for joining. Yay, finished your book. So proud of you. And yeah, I just enjoy books being finished on live so much. Oh my God. There's this annoying fly here, and I don't
want to see it.
Yeah, I know, and I'm a couple of years back, I lived out in the country, and it got really bad with flies, and they kept crawling over. For some reason, they're attracted by technology, right? I don't know if it's the heat, but they land next to the camera all the time. And one year was so bad, my manager was like, "You need to turn off your camera." Because there's flies crawling over the camera every couple of minutes, and it's weird and gross. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I was trying everything, but like when they put the like out on the fields, like, and that's when all the eggs hatch, and then
Mhm.
you just get them all at once. It's gross, but nothing you can do here. It wasn't as bad this year, luckily. I read about 30 pages of The Mask Falling by Samantha Shannon, and then my boyfriend called. Well, that kind of stuff happens. I managed 82 pages, just over halfway through. 82 pages in 45 minutes, you're a beast. And you are too, Tikkantin, 72 pages, no idea how. Yeah, I have no idea how you do it either. 10 pages left in the book. Good, so you're going to finish it in a bit. 17 pages, great, Rudy, I love it. Got here late, so only 3. That's fine. That's fine. You can do more in the next sprint if you can stay. Joined in the last 6 minutes and managed to read 20 pages. In 6 minutes? What are you reading that you can read 20 pages in 6 minutes? Also, Constance, what are you reading? I read 17 pages of Eye of the World. I'm at chapter 12. I hope it picks up for you. I hope
I'm
it
gonna
does.
guess a graphic novel. 20 pages in 6 minutes. I would definitely guess. I mean, I got 50 pages in 6 minutes with my graphic novel.
Yeah, that's the only way I can imagine it working. I decided to go back a bit and reread some of this book in hopes of understanding the ending when I get there. I so hope you do. It sounds so confusing just from the comments that you're making and that you've made on Sunday. It just sounds totally confusing. Hi, Jay. I'm reading Midlife Bites by Jen Mann. That fly again. I'm so sorry
Oh,
for that fly crawling over the camera. Do you
I'm
know?
huffing because Xander like left his Instagram logged in on my phone, and so they have like a chat with the drumline, and so I'm like writing in the drumline chat, and I'm like, so can anyone bring Xander home after practice? Because otherwise I have to leave in like 10 minutes. And I'm like, okay, 3 people have already seen this message. And my last one, a bunch of people saw, and nobody responded. Somebody needs to respond.
They don't want to. I'm reading. So, have you heard of Midlife Bites by Jen Mann?
Mm-mm.
I'll look it up in a little bit.
Neither the book nor the author.
Do you remember Sunday we talked about the main character of my book is not the main character? Yes, I do. Comes out next year in January. Ah, okay. Got approved for it on NetGalley. Very good so far. Nice. I'm glad that you like it. I really don't think the book would actually be confusing if I had either read it physically or known about the lack of transitions in the audiobook. Okay, I get that. If it's just that you don't understand which point of view, I can't do that in audiobooks either if it's not clear. I think in audiobooks, if it's multiple point of views, I really prefer for it to be different narrators
Mm-hmm.
with distinct different voices. I'm sometimes really bad at differentiating between voices if they're not like distinctively different. Then you have like 2 female voices that are just slightly different. I still get confused.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I'm the same way.
I just peeked a bit forward to look how long this chapter is, and I saw another map. I love that there is another map again. I really love it so far. I love that you're enjoying it. Clint is asking respond to what? So respond to Melanie asking if anybody can pick up Xander
Yeah.
or drop him off.
I'm trying to find somebody that'll bring him home so I don't have to go to the school and back. But they are not responding.
I guess you're gonna have to go. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
At YouTube, there is an audiobook with a what's forward that's like a not acknowledgements. It's like a note from the author in the beginning. What's the word for it? Just like a note from the author in the beginning.
Forward.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, send me the link, Rudy. I'd be interested in hearing it. Zura was reading It by Stephen King. Clint, sorry, took a shower when I got off work to clear my brain because
Yeah.
of darkness.
There's a forward in this. This one says, forward is forewarned.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Also been listening to Wicked the musical, the concert. That sounds nice. So should we just jump into the next sprint? You can pick up Xander, and I need to make progress in my book. It's getting
Yeah,
late.
I guess so. And with butt heads. All right. So, hey, just in case I'm not back, just I'll keep my thing muted over here. So,
Right. Well, see you in a bit. Everybody else, happy reading.
happy
See you.
reading all.
Hello and welcome back.
Hello. I was flashing with the timer.
Yeah, I needed to finish that sentence to get to the bottom of the page. So did you just get back in time?
I didn't actually end up leaving. So I got
Okay.
in my car, cranked it up, and got a message finally that somebody will be bringing him home. So
Awesome.
I came and I read 3 pages, and then I had to take the dog out and say bye to Marty, and because he left for work. And then I started prepping dinner.
Awesome. I only read 40 pages. I got a little bit distracted by social media, as happens. And I'm starting to get tired. Damn.
How far
So
are you in?
I'm on page 150. So it's still a good 3 hours, but I don't think that it's gonna be a problem to like sit down in my bed and read for a couple of hours straight. But I don't think I can do a lot more sprints because 3 hours is not like 3 hours reading. It's
Mm-hmm.
part sprint and part chatting and everything. And I think I need to soon just go to bed and like get comfortable and just crank it out.
That's understandable. Yeah, I'm getting ready to cook dinner, and Xander will be home soon, and I gotta have to get him all settled for the night, get him off to bed, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, life and stuff.
Life, yeah.
So one main character is numbers for chapter headings. Other main character Roman numerals for chapter headings. It's because of how it's written. There are a lot of short chapters with change back and forth between 2 main characters. The only indication are these changes are the chapter numbers. Okay, that is weird. Lost track of time while fixing supper. It's toast, eggs, and bacon. Listening to Which Way Did He Go by Dakota Cassidy. It's a cozy mystery. Nice. Oh, also during the last sprint, if you can see, I set up my TBR shelf for September. So now it's full again.
Also, my dinner tonight is creamy garlic chicken with cheddar broccoli.
Ooh.
So yeah, while what my prepping was preheating the oven and getting the broccoli ready, I had to break it all apart and put the garlic salt and all that good stuff on it.
Mm. Broccoli is always the right choice in my house. 86 pages. Wow. Oh my God, this fly. Oh, sorry. And 56 pages. You are doing so amazing, everyone. I'm so proud of you all. 57 pages of The Mask Falling by Samantha Shannon. You are honestly, we've been doing so much reading this afternoon / evening / morning, depending on where you are. It's amazing.
I got a whole 3 pages that time.
Read 2 chapters of Eye of the World. 2 chapters is good. Those chapters aren't small. It sounds like you've been reading a little bit more than during the last couple of sprints. Going to sleep now. Good night, and thank you for the sprints. Well, thank you for joining us and reading with us. And I'm glad that you're enjoying Eye of the World.
And make sure to come and join us on my channel on the 15th, because we do these mid-month reading sprints on my channel, me and Cece.
Yeah, I do every Sunday. I do every last of the month, and then on the 15th, every time on Melanie's channel. And I'm assuming in September we're going to have a couple of sprints for the readathon.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. We haven't made those plans yet, but I'm sure that we will be doing sprints. I don't know if it'll be on my channel, it'll be on all of our channels. I don't know yet, but we will post it on our Twitter, which is @Seasonathon.
Awesome. So yeah, thanks Stormits for joining as well. Good night, Rudy. Yeah, I think I'm calling it a night because I need to get through this bad boy. And I like 3 hours will get me to 3:30 a.m. And that is my limit. Like I cannot stay up to like 4 or 5 a.m. To finish a book and then still go to work. So, but I need to finish this before I go to sleep because then I can say I finished my TBR for the month for the first time ever. So,
I
Laura,
mean, regardless, you still did great.
yeah, but honestly, this is also the last book from my TBR game from last month. So this would be no um, no challenges, 100% completed. I don't want to be at like 99% completed. Now I
Well,
want
I would say you don't take any punishments because you've at least started the book. You've read a good chunk of the book. I don't think you need to take any punishments at all.
I need to finish this.
Though we're going to be sad to not have a punishment video because I love those.
Well, I've already shared that on Sunday that I have decided that instead of a punishment video, I've been doing a weekend reading vlog, and I'm tying it to a giveaway. So all the books that I've been reading during the weekend reading vlog, I'm doing a giveaway as a celebration for me finishing the TBR. So instead of punishments, you get a giveaway.
Yay! I think that's an excellent way. Though, I mean, you could also do it. I mean, if you were wanting to acquire more books, you could do it as a instead of that, you could do like a come shopping with me. I'm going book shopping, a book shopping spree.
Yeah, I was struggling to find a reward for myself because I feel like I live my life in a way that I don't wait for me to tie anything to a reward anymore. I just either it makes sense for me to purchase something or it makes sense for me to do something or it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not tying it to a reward anymore, except for potentially really expensive things. And I don't want to then tie them to something like a game like this either, um, because it depends on if I have the type of money lying around. So I think the last time I truly rewarded myself was when I bought myself a VIP ticket to the Blackpink concert in Manchester. And that was I said it's a reward for my promotion at work. Those were, I think, 350 euros or something. But yeah, I don't try to tie things to rewards anymore because it can just lead to bad behaviors. So I don't know.
You could also
So
do something like if you complete it, however many books you read in that month, you put that many dollars in a jar or something for like book buying or something, or for whatever.
interesting
Like, so
idea.
you
Yeah.
got 25 books, you put $25 in the jar. So it's not like a huge kind of thing, but like a reward. So if you'd want to go out and buy books, hey, you've got this little book fund or whatever.
Nice idea. Yeah. I buy books when I need them, so I don't
Or
need to
just a reward fund. You can call it like when you accumulate so much, you can reward yourself with whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the idea in general. I just need to find a way to make it work for me because, as I said, I don't have anything that I would purchase for myself as a reward. I don't want to tie food or food items to reward behavior because that is triggering eating disorders. And there's other things that I don't want to tie to rewards. And everything else, it's more of a decision. Do I want it? Do I need it? Can I afford it? And never ever tied to a reward. So when I came to the situation where I'm like, I want to reward myself, I want to find something where I am rewarding myself. I have nothing left because I've already made these decisions in the past. So I have nothing that I wish for, that I could reward myself with, that I haven't gone through this criteria, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm still thinking about it, but I think doing a giveaway instead makes me feel happy. So
That works too. It's a reward for everybody else.
Exactly. Instead of having fun punishment videos. Anyway, so Thanks everyone for joining. Thanks for sticking around and reading with us. Yeah, it's a good idea. A shopping spree fund when I go on a trip to splurge on something. I don't know. Yeah, maybe that's an idea. Um, Thank you for all the thoughts, and keep them in mind when you're watching my weekend reading vlog. I'm hoping to get it edited for Thursday, but I have a feeling it won't happen and it might only drop next Tuesday. So thanks everyone for joining. Have a wonderful rest of the evening, night, morning, day, afternoon, whatever it is for you. And I hope to see you again on Sunday during the sprints, or on the 15th on Melanie's channel during the sprints. See you
And good
then.
luck, Cece, to finishing your book.
Thank you. And thank you for joining me as always, Melanie.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you. Bye.